Hello, good day to you. Today I want to talk about Mininet and also Open Daylight. That is connecting Mininet to Open Daylight. So this is a sequel to my last video about setting up of Open Daylight. So what is Mininet? Let us visit the page, the website. So Mininet is a tool with which you can create virtual network on your PC, on your laptop. You can use it to study software defined networking. You can use it to study the open flow protocol. It is good for development, research, and teaching. So let's get started. How do you set up a Mininet? There are actually four ways, options for you available for you to set up a Mininet. So the first one is for you to download the Mininet virtual machine. The second one is for you to do the installation from source. Third one, installation from packages. And the fourth one is about upgrading an existing installation. So in this demonstration, I will actually be doing I will do the second option. Second option, which is about installation from source. So what do we need to do this? Uh, we need a fresh installation of Ubuntu. I will recommend Ubuntu for this Mininet because I think Ubuntu works better with Mininet, and your system should have a user that has admin right. So I actually have a virtual machine here. It is an Ubuntu machine. It is Ubuntu 16.04. So I'm going to do the I'm going to do the cloning. I'm going to clone the repository. So I'll copy this. So I'm cloning, this repository. So the cloning is done. I will go into Mininet. So the next thing I have to do is, look at the tags, the available versions. So if I do git tag, so these are the versions available here. So I'm going to check out the version that I want. So here, uh, so I'm going to do check git checkout. Uh, let's say I will check out the release candidate one. This one. So I have checked out this version. So the next thing I have to do is to do the uh, to run this command. So I'm going to run it with dash A, to install everything. So I'm just going to do, let me clear the screen. Util, I think is install dash A. So the installation has started. So it might take a couple of minutes. So while the installation is going on, I'm going to start my Open Daylight. So this I'm on the Open Daylight machine. So I'm going to start the bin carve. So the installation is still going on, and so the Open Daylight is starting up also. So uh, if you have not watched the previous video where I set up Open Daylight, you can check that out. So to understand the procedure I took to do this. So the Mininet installation is going on. The Beam Caraf is taking a little while to start up this time around. Okay, it's finally started. So the starting up of Opendaylight at times, takes, it takes, couple of seconds, depending on the amount of features that you have installed. So the Mininet is going to install a lot of things. Um, so we just have to wait for it to complete, and ODL is starting up. So, but let's just familiarize ourselves with some of the things we can do with Mininet. Let's go to overview. So basically, some of the things you can do with Mininet is, it says it provides simple and inexpensive network testbed for deploying OpenFlow applications, or enables multiple concurrent developers to work independently on the same topology, supports system level regression test, enables complex topology testing. It includes a CLI. It has Python API, so you can actually, apart from the CLI, you can actually write a Python script to create a network and and delete the network. So so the Opendaylight is still starting up, and the Mininet installation is still going on. So let's give them some minutes. So also let me look at the documentation. I want to look at some of the example scripts. Okay, no, this is a large script. I'm just looking for some of the commands. So commands. Okay, this is an example of creating topology from a Python script. So I'm not going to be using Python script in this demonstration. I'm going to be doing everything from the CLI. Okay, so this is the CLI part. This is the, okay, it briefly talks about the CLI part. So let's just wait for it to complete. So the Opendaylight is up. So let me check the Opendaylight dashboard. This one. Okay, so this is the Opendaylight dashboard. So what the things you have here will depend on the features you have enabled. So here I don't have any topologies. As you can see, the topology dashboard is empty. So we are going to create some topology when the Mininet completes. So but before that, so if you are going to be doing this, there are some things you need. There are some features that you need to enable in Opendaylight, and the chief among them is the ODL layer 2. So if I go to my ODL and do something like feature feature list and grep for switch. So there's a particular feature called ODL. Let me clear my screen. The ODL L2 Hall. So you have to enable this feature by doing install. So I have already installed this, but if you don't have it, you have to enable this feature. Also, there's another feature that you need. Some of the ones that relate to Neutron service. So basically, if I do grep on Neutron again, Neutron. So some of the features relate to Neutron, and these are these ones here. So I hope you can see. I think I will try to put this document in the description section. So you have to do the installation again. Install all this. So I've already installed them. So these are necessary, for it to work with Opendaylight. To work with Mininet. Also, apart from the features that you need to install, there are some ports. So if you have firewall that is running, you have to make sure these ports are open. 6653, 6633, 6640. So some of these ports, are very necessary but I'm definitely sure of the first one, 6653. That is the port with which Mininet communicates with the controller. So these other ports too, you might want to consider opening your firewall to allow communication through these ports. So make sure you take that into note. So the requirement that we have gone through for Mininet: set up a fresh installation of Ubuntu, have a user that has an admin right, then enable the Opendaylight features that allows it to communicate with things like Mininet or external Open vSwitch. So, and also open the ports appropriately. So now, Mininet is complete. It has installed, and it says enjoy Mininet. So the Mininet is up. So to run Mininet, we have to become root. Actually, you have to become root. So, and the command to run Mininet is mn. So if you want to get help, you can run mn -- help. So -- help. So some of the things we are going to be using are -- switch and -- controller. Controller is the one that we are going to use to connect to the external controller. And the topology, topo refers to the topology that you want to create. So if you run Mininet ordinarily, if you run mn, so this is what you will get. So they said creating network, adding controller, adding hosts. So here we have two hosts, one switch. So then he added links, he configured hosts, and he started the controller, started the switch. So some of the commands, and it took us to the prompt, the CLI prompt of Mininet. Some of the things you can run, I think you can run host, let's type help. We can run nodes, actually, nodes. So these are the nodes that are available. So one of the commands you can run is ping all. You can ping all. Ping all will ping all the hosts from each other, and you can ping one host from another. You can do h1 ping h2. You see, you can ping h2 to h1, h2 to h1. So this is some of the things you can do. And also you can do ifconfig on h1. Oh, sorry, I think it's h1if config. H1if config actually. So h1if config. This is the IP address of h1. You can also do that for h2. So that is basically a very simple network, a network of two hosts, one switch. So now we have to connect it to uh, Opendaylight. And to connect it to Opendaylight, this is how you do it. So you run this command like this, mn, then you specify controller, and you say a remote. Remote specify that the controller is a remote controller, it's not the local controller. Then you specify the IP address of the controller, which will be the IP address of the Opendaylight. Then the kind of topology that you want. In this case, I want the three topology, or one switch, three hosts, and MAC. MAC specify a way to generate the MAC address. So let's run it. Basically, I'm just going to copy it. So let's go to the Mininet. So the IP address of my Opendaylight is 192.168.1.3. So if I run this, so you see, it says connecting to remote controller, at this address. So you see, this is why you need to open this port 6653. If this port is blocked by a firewall, you won't be able to do this. So you see, so let's go to the Opendaylight. So you see, there's nothing on Opendaylight, but let's reload. You see, I've reloaded. You see, it says OpenFlow 1. This is actually a switch. This is a switch. So, but we don't see the hosts. So for us to be able to see the hosts, we have to run pingall, because we need to make sure that there's a traffic, before you'll be able to see this. So since we have generated the traffic by pingall, let us reload. So now we've reloaded. We have one switch, three hosts. So you see, this is host 1, host 2, host 3. So if we go to here, we go to nodes, we'll see this is the switch. It's a four connectors. So if we look at flow, so if we do show or table, we'll see the flows, maybe that has happened. So these are like the flows that are the open flows that have taken place. So you see this topology. Let us generate another topology actually. Let's close this. So to close it, we'll do Control D. So we can actually do a linear topology. So linear topology, let's do a linear topology with one switch. So this will have one switch and one host. So if we go back to Opendaylight reload, so we only have the switch. So we need to generate traffic again. Okay, no packets, because we only have one node here. Let me clear this topology. So this is one good thing about it. You can delete topology and recreate it easily. So I will put two hosts. So two hosts. So let's go back. Okay, we have to generate traffic, ping all. So let's go back to Opendaylight reload. So you see we have two hosts and two switches. So I think I like the tree topology a little better. So let me change it back to tree. So I'll put one switch, let's put comma one switch, let me put four hosts. So I have four hosts and one switch. I'll run pingall. Let's go back. So you see here I have four hosts, one switch. So this is tree topology. So that is how to connect your mininet to Opendaylight. Create your topology. Look at your topology here. Um, do some things. And one other things you can do here is you can run this command, dpc-ctl dump flows. So dump flows, dumps the open flows, that has happened, you know, the flows that the controller has created, for traffic. So this is basically what is called open flows. This each of these lines are flows. So another command you can run is net, to look at your net. And to get help, you can type help and see some other basically commands that we can run. There's another command called dump. So basically it just dumps, the each of the hosts, the process ID of each of these hosts. So each of these hosts is actually like a running process on this machine. Then the open vswitch, switch, and remote controller. So basically, if you do this, you just need to experiment more. You know, like what you can do. Uh, your to learn more about OpenFlow and Mininet and software-defined networking in general. So, in my other videos, I hope one thing I want to do, I want to do a video of connection between Opendaylight and OpenStack. Then also from there, talk more about some of the things we can do about OpenFlow applications. So I hope this video is informative. Let me know if you have a question. Let me know your comments, thoughts, observation, addition, subtraction, or maybe I left something out. But basically, I think I covered everything I have in this note. So thank you for watching. See you in some other videos.